tiene muchos seguidores.
Infelizmente. Pero después de ese episodio.
¡Nuestra caja se defiende!
So silly. I think I've been stopped by the police on the side of the road, and they just wanted to they even ask for any documents. Today I was stopped about an hour or two ago. I was stopped over here because I was speeding. In my defence, it is quite a confusing road because there's long stretches of really open highway. Really, it should have a high speed limit, and it's 80 kilometers an hour for a long time, and then it's 100 for a bit, and then suddenly it's 80. So I was caught because I was doing just over 100, but it was actually an 80 zone. So the guy said, well, you got to pay a fine, it's $50, and I said, yep, okay. He asked for my documents, just my driving license actually, and then he started getting some papers out, and I went over to his bike, and it's the same as mine. It's a Suzuki Vstrom 650, almost the same model. And he was like, oh, is it the same? Oh, wow, right, okay. And then he was lovely the whole time. He wasn't annoyed really. And then he said, okay, look, you don't have to pay this time. Just be careful, go slowly. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. So I was being really careful of all the signs. I got stopped again. You can just see behind me the policeman. And I was doing 84 in an easy area. And he's given me a piece of paper, and I've got to pay it. He said, it's interesting. Clearly he's done this before, because he said, when are you going to Costa Rica? Like, how do you know I'm going to Costa Rica? And he said, you have to pay it before you get to the border, otherwise they won't let you pass. So in the city I'm going to, David, I'll make sure I pay it tomorrow morning before I leave for Costa Rica tomorrow. I really want to $50. But I was going 84 in an 80 zone on this big wide stretch motorway. Oh well, okay. And it's just 1 hour more. What time is it? It's 5:30. Just 1 more hour to David. I have driven a lot today. It's yeah, not the most interesting driving, but I've done it. And I should really explain, why am I just motoring through Panama? Well, ¿va para acá? Gracias, señor.
La rey trae aquí a la web.
Okay. Easy. Paid the $20, just 20 fortunately, with lots of help with English signs. Now, all there is to do today is go to Costa Rica. And just ahead of me here is Costa Rica. I'm parked here leaving Panama, and the first stop was to get my bike sprayed. I didn't entirely understand the point of this or the whole process? It seems I was supposed to wait before I drove in there. Some borders are so easy, and some leaving Panama was easy. Now I'm at the Costa Rican border, and there's this brand new complex with the customs and immigration, and there are no signs anywhere. So I've gone the wrong way, driven the wrong way, I've gone to the wrong door. But finally I found the right place, and I've got this beautiful trolley to put all my bags in. So I've got to take my bike apart, load it up there, get inside for scanning and whatever, I guess. That was quite easy. The immigration bit, my bags are now in there waiting for something, and I got to get insurance for my bike, but they're not open till 1, another 40 minutes. I guess they're on their lunch break. Of course they are. Wish I was on my lunch break. Form to fill in and lunch. And then I was on my way again, and the drive beside the sea was wonderful. It's been a nice day driving up the coast of Costa Rica today. It's mostly been trees though. I haven't actually seen the sea very often, but every now and again the trees break out, or the road goes really close, and great. A little bit of rain here and there today, but yeah, it's just a shame that I'm not going to be able to spend so much time in Costa Rica, and I have to keep heading north. I might be leaving Costa Rica even just tomorrow, even though I only arrived yesterday, but yeah. My first stop in Costa Rica was couch surfing with someone who had couch surfed with me when I was living in Sao Paulo, and he introduced me to a local delicacy, Churchill, which is indeed named after Winston Churchill. What a way to leave Costa Rica. It's a building site at the border here, so it's particularly beautiful. Immigration, immigration from to leave Costa Rica, the actual processing was done in about 10 seconds. Well, first I had to queue for an hour. Customs, aduana, done in, there's no queue. It was done in about a minute. Great. Now I've just got to enter Nicaragua. Almost forgot where I'm going. Solo 4 días, infelizmente, sí. Necesito llegar en Ciudad de México en 2 semanas, entonces.
Muy rápido.
Infelizmente. Próxima vez.
Okay, hasta luego.
Gracias, chao, chao. The staff were always very friendly and tried to be helpful, but I didn't always get the right information. I was sent to the wrong queues more than once. The glamour of travelling summed up right now. Sweaty, not moving, stuck next to smelly trucks. And on the Nicaraguan side, the first point of call was getting my bike attended to by a leaf blower. immigration, customs done. I'm just getting my insurance for the bike. Typical border kind of place with people around trying to sell you everything. And massive trucks. Once away from all the immigration mess of the border, it was onto quite a wonderful road, this being the main road going through Nicaragua. Although it did get busy going through some of the towns. No, it's not the sea. It is a big lake in Nicaragua, and you can see the 2 volcanoes that are within the lake. What an amazing place. I'll have some quick food now, and then I'm getting the ferry with my bike over to the volcano island. And what a beautiful night it was, as cars and trucks, and finally I slowly boarded the Grand Sultana. ¿Listo? La izquierda. By the time I had manipulated my bike off the boat and onto the island, it was absolutely pitch black, and I still had a little bit of a drive onto the other side of the island to find my accommodation. But look at the difference my new lights make. Whew! And the next morning, I was so happy to open the doors of my room and find such a beautiful place to be staying. I stayed for 2 nights, so I had a whole day to rest and relax and enjoy. I just went for a couple of short walks up the path to the nearby village, mostly just enjoying being there. The place was run by a lovely family who were very present around. They made me some lunch, gave me lots of mangoes, and here 2 of them are washing at the end of the day. I would have loved to have stayed longer, but I did need to get moving. It was nice to drive back across the island during the daylight hours though. And it was very strange crossing an airport runway. It really gives you an idea of how small this place is.
Para la otra vez, ¿no? Okay.
And with my bike tightly secured, it was back across the lake for a very smooth crossing. So having set off from Panama, I'm making my way through Costa Rica, and so far on my drive through Central America, I've made it to Nicaragua here. And after the boat ride, it was just an easy 3.5 hours drive to Leon, which is where I am now. And first thing to do, as always, is... Nope, not food. The doctor again. By this point, I'd had the infection in my leg for over 2 weeks, and it hadn't responded to antibiotics that I'd been taking since it was prescribed to me in Panama. I really needed to get it checked out properly again.
No, Nicaragua no.
Bueno, si gana, si tiene canela, ya sabe que me da mi parte. Vas a salir de aquí. Me da la cintura. Ya. Ahora tienes que esperar que la doctora te llame. Te va.
Well, I wasn't expecting this. I'm in the hospital still now after, I don't know what time it is. And I'm hooked up to a drip thing. Can you see it? So yeah, my the infection isn't great. Not awful, but not great. So they need to give me lots of antibiotics, like into my vein right now, and then stay the night in the hospital. Ha! Fun. I've given some blood for some tests. What else? They've given me 2 or 3 antibiotics things into me just to make sure everything's sorted out. When I arrived, there was one doctor who spoke English. That was a great relief, because otherwise I wouldn't have had a clue what was going on. But she gave me great confidence, not just because of her English, but she explained why they need to give me which antibiotics and stuff. So all good.
No está ahí arriba.
Ingreso.
Eso. ¿Cómo se llama el hombre? Dígame.
Yo te llamé, Emilio.
No sé. ¿Estás sola?
El cuarto de terror.
Updates. Pretty exciting in this room. I've got a cold thing on my leg. It feels so good. It's so hot otherwise, so it feels nice. And yep, gonna be here tonight and for 2 or 3 days. Yeah. Day 2 in the hospital. Not much has happened. 3 people came in, said that I need a scan on my leg, which they said about yesterday, and left. And just now, someone's come in, put some food on the table out of reach, said, "I got breakfast for you," and then turned around, looked out the door and said, "Doctor, is he allowed to eat?" And it disappeared. So there's food in my room, but I don't know whether I'm allowed to eat. I think I am. I don't see why not, but it's out of reach. Can I get up and get it?
No tiene muchos seguidores.
Infelizmente. Pero después de ese episodio. I have my food. I'm so happy. And I've had my ultrasound, and I just had another doctor coming to say hi. Fortunately, another doctor spoke English, which was lovely. And yeah, they're gonna change the antibiotics up there, and they said I need to be here for 2 more days. Yeah.
Respire. Respire. Listo.
It's day 3 in the hospital. Yes, I still haven't had a shower. I was woken up really early, I think it was 5 a.m. to do something with me, put something in me, and then again at 7, was it? But then I went back to sleep for a little bit each time. And yeah, not seen a doctor yet. We'll see what happens the rest of the day. Oh, I had my fruit for breakfast again. The rest of the day, I'm expecting rice. Day 4 in the hospital, and it's 7 a.m. I've just been woken up by some people opening the door, standing in the doorway, looking in, confirming my name, and walking out again. I really could have slept a bit longer, I think. someone else came at 5 a.m. to put more antibiotics in me, and they said, "Oh, you're leaving today, aren't you?" And I said, "I think so. I guess a doctor might come along to confirm it, but yay, exciting. Breakfast has just arrived, and the doctor came in to say after my next antibiotics dose I can leave so at about 11 o'clock. What time is it now? 8. Cool. Then I need to rest, apparently. I have to get back on the bike though. Oh, wow.
Ya. Sí, va a grabar.
Muchas gracias, adiós. Gracias, adiós.
Que te vaya bien.
Chao. Bye.
This is a new travel.